Too soon, do you think? Yeah, I think so. Good afternoon. So, yes, it is a little bit too early to be talking about Christmas, but let's be honest, when it gets to September, it's time to start thinking about it. And I love this hoodie, and the fact I've started to put it on because it's getting a little bit colder outside, it's making me start thinking about sort of Christmas time and presents and all those things. However, I kind of also want to bring a bit of a fragrance thing into it this year. So, obviously, I'm sure a lot of you are the same as me. I tend to just buy fragrances and not really think about how much I've spent on them, sometimes just as a treat, essentially. What I want to do this time is I want to do a bit of housekeeping today. So I'm going to do three different things today. The first one is we're going to make, and I've just come up with a name, I'm quite happy with it, the incentives jar. And I want you to play along with me with this one. Essentially, what I've done, I'm going to quickly show you now. I've basically made some post-it notes, and one says yellow, which is £20 to £50 fragrances. One says green, £5 to £20, and then most expensive, pink, £50 fragrances. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go on All Beauty Mint. We'll have a little look and talk about them together. Basically, going to look at the ones on there, see which ones I like that are in those price ranges. Then I'm going to write it on one of those coloured post-it notes and put it in the jar. And we're going to try and work towards it rather than just buying them for the sake of buying them. I'm going to work for it this year and make sure that if we do buy any fragrances from this jar, whatever I pick out, it is actually well earned. And yeah, I'd love you to comment with any ideas of fragrances you've got and maybe come up with your own one. I'd like you to sort of, yeah, maybe have a little think, because as I said the other day, I had a fragrance I didn't even know I had. So yeah, let's get on with that anyway, and then we'll talk about the other things a little bit later. So I already noticed I've been a little bit silly. I actually started this last night, and obviously I was too tired. I've realised my £20 to £50 fragrances are actually in the sort of cheaper range here, I think. But doesn't matter what post-it notes we use. What I'm going to quickly do though is show you the ones I've written down that I've got from All Beauty so far. So I've got Latva Cumra, which I believe is a sort of clone of Killian's Angel Share. Mentioned it in my video yesterday. Yeah, just like the sound of it. I've never tried Angel Share. I've smelt the fragrance as a sort of, in a shop, but I'd quite like to try that one. So that was one of the ones I went for. Ngaro Poron. I believe this has got like a vodka note in it. So obviously you can't smell vodka as a note, but I believe there's something in this that adds a bit of a fizziness to it. So yeah, that's one I went for. Again, never owned that one. Another one I've never owned, Encre Noir Sport. So people say it's a little bit more of a wearable fragrance, but yeah, I don't know how suited it is to sport. So those three essentially I've picked so far. They've all intrigued me. That one I've never owned, Boucheron Jaipur. I think this is an old school fragrance, but yeah, I'd like to try that one. I think it's quite sort of oriental, that one, but if anyone's owned that, please let me know. This got a bit of hype a few years ago. Again, never had it, but Nikos Sculpture, sort of citrus, a little bit fruity, I believe. So yeah, I think that's quite a generic, boring one, but there's nothing wrong with that, as I always say. And then the only other one, I've actually only owned one of these, but I've smelt them both. Davidoff Cool Water or Hot Water. So yeah, never had hot water. I know the smell of it because my brother's had it, and obviously cool water. We all know what cool water smells like, and I wouldn't mind having that again. I like spraying that on my bed sheets and stuff, actually. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold them up, stick them in there, and then we'll work through some of the other ones we can find on All Beauty. Probably shouldn't have done it in permanent marker, but that's okay, because when I do pick these out eventually and buy fragrances, obviously I won't look, so that's absolutely fine. Okay then, so I'm going to quickly, I'm basically scanning down this, and every one I see that I like, I'm just going to write it on a post-it note. Please let me know if you've tried any, because some I'm mainly going to put in ones I've never had before. Mont Blanc Legend Spirit. I don't know if to put that in. I think this was one that was raved about by Jeremy Fragrance a long time ago, and I'm not sure about that one, so I'm not going to put that one in. Coach Platinum, quite expensive, £42, isn't it? Don't think I really want that one. Ted Hermes, well, we know we like that one. Oh, there's not many on there that I like, page 2, so let's go to the next one. Givenchy Pie. Now, this is an old school vanilla scent, I believe, and it's one that I've looked at many, many times. So if anyone's had this one, please let me know. We're going to put that on one of the post-it notes. I've given up with the colours now. Ignore what I said about the colours. So what does it say the notes are? Bergamot, lemon sage, blended with jasmine, orris and sandalwood. I'm sure it has vanilla in it. I'm sure it has vanilla in it. But yes, let me know. If anyone's had that one, do you recommend it? Is it worth £48? It's going in. So I'll fold that one up. just found another one that I've never owned, and it's one I really want to try. Dirty English by Juicy Couture. There's been a bit of hype about this one. I think it's been changed a lot with reformulation. So again, if anyone's had this, let me know. But this is definitely going on a post-it note. So, what does it say it smells like? Presenting the scent of irresistible bad boys all over the world. Not really me, is it? I'm a bit of a bore, but there we go. Introducing a mix of peppered mandarin, blue cypress, black leather, ebony wood, Habano. I like that one. This is definitely one I've got to put on there. And amber musk. Live hard, live fast, live loud, live now. It's all dirty English. The fragrance for men. We're adding that, definitely. Found the next one. Rocha Moustache. Again, got a lot of hype a few years ago. I bought this for my brother, and don't think he liked it as much as I did, to be honest with you. But this is the Eau de Parfum. Apparently the Eau de Parfum, a really old school one. This one, a bold masculine fragrance combining exotic amber notes with woody tones. Rosy accord of pink pepper. Again, I love pink pepper. It's one of my favourite fragrance notes. Really, probably more of a feminine note, but I absolutely love it. I think this vanilla and benzoin is what makes this fragrance. It's not boozy, but it definitely goes into that Bentley for Men intense, classy sort of dress-up wear. So yeah, I really like that one. So that one is going to also go on the list and into the incentives jar. Might as well just put every fragrance on there because I want to try them all anyway. But anyway, Acqua di Parma Colonia Futura. I tried to buy this not too long ago, and I nearly did when I was on holiday. If anyone saw my video not too long ago, I think this has been discontinued. It's a bit of an old green barbershop fragrance. It's a bit of a throwback. It says the base finishes with a dry cord of vetiver, and I think that's probably what put a few people off. But yeah, the opening I really liked. Again, lemon, grapefruit, bergamot, and pink pepper. It's definitely something to do with pink pepper, isn't it? So let's add that one to the jar. It wouldn't be a Harry video without an Hermes fragrance in it. And this is one I smelt again in a shop in Liberty in London. I nearly bought it, and it gets some negative reviews. This it's Hermes H24, but what's it say then? So what's in it? Essential fusion notes bring together the earthy character of oat moss, clary sage, don't know. Brazilian rosewood. Let's just say that. I think some people said this smells like banana skins or something. Got a lot of negative reviews for this, like Bin Man sort of smell. I love this one. I haven't had it, never owned it, and it was about a couple of years ago I smelt it. So yeah, that one's definitely going on the list as well. So it's going to be quite a big jar, this, isn't it? I'm going to have to make sure whatever I do, it's well earned, because yeah, I don't want to waste too much money, do I? Well, it's not wasted, is it? My videos, of course, they're so popular. I remember Guess Seductive en Noir being quite popular at one point. Shall we add that one? Yeah, go on. It's £22.95 for 100ml. What's it say? Top notes of black pepper, juicy pomelo and nutmeg, a heart note of lavender, orange flag, golden apple, ending in a base of tonka beans, liquid amber and sandalwood. I reckon that's quite nice and creamy. Again, if anyone's owned that fragrance, let me know. But it may not be long till I own it if I make sure I work through my incentives jar. So, Guess Seductive. Well, it's getting big, this. This is another throwback scent that I think got a bit of hype not too long ago. Guess 1981, Los Angeles Men. Again, I cannot remember what it smells like. I'm reluctant to check it because I want to, if I do pick it out of the incentives jar and, in a little while, I want to be, surprised by it. I don't want to sort of know what it smells like before I go into it. But it says it's a warm and intoxicating amber fragrance, charming blend blended with juicy plums, black pepper and bergamot. The heart is spicy and fresh with mint, ginger and geranium. The base uses a smoky tobacco called amber, sandalwood and vetiver. Feels like a real masculine fragrance with a bit of nice citrus to it. So yeah, it might be like a fizzy sort of tobacco smell. So yeah, £20.95. I think we can add that one. So guess 1981 Los Angeles Moschino Toy Boy. This has definitely got rose in it. What does it say? It's a unique, dynamic and passionate man, but one who is not afraid to reveal his more tender and playful side. So what are the notes? Top notes of Italian bergamot, pink berries, Indonesian nutmeg, pear and elemi give way to a heart of clove, rose absolute, flax flowers and magnolia, a dry down of cashmere and Haitian vetiver, amber max, and silcolide rounds out this seductive and playful, spicy, woody, ambery fragrance. Bit of a tongue twister and a mouthful, wasn't it? But I've got to add this one. I've smelt this once, and I really liked it because it was just so different. I like the bottle. I shouldn't do. I know it's gimmicky, but it's won me over. It's going in the jar. I've got absolutely loads here. I'm now knocking this off. So, what is being added to my jar? So you saw some of them. I've actually added a few other ones since, but Juicy Couture Dirty English, as you know, Colonia Futura. Those two are going in. Moschino Toy Boy. These are in a complete mess now. Guess Seductive Homme Noir. Rocha Moustache. What else? Los Angeles. Guess 1981 Los Angeles. Hermes 824. And then the rest of them are ones that I've just sort of thought of that weren't on the website that I just know I still really want. So, Tom Ford Ombre Leather. That was in my football team, as you saw. I think there's a clone of that somewhere, so I may get a clone of it. I just remember the other one, Grey Vetiver as well by Tom Ford. Yves Saint Laurent Kouros. If anyone's had Kouros, let me know. I know that divides opinion. Again, it comes down to that note of civet. Bogart Pour Homme. It's a bit similar in the same sort of vibe as a very popular fragrance, Pure Havane by Thierry Mugler, which I had discontinued. Typical. Vaniglia by Acqua di Parma. Absolutely love that one. Apologies for the terrible handwriting, by the way. I rushed these. And Sandalo by Acqua di Parma. Again, I had that fragrance a little while ago, and it's a stunner. So I'm going to put them all in the jar now. Now's your moment. Please, please, please tell me if there's any fragrances you want me to add to the jar that I should try. All in there. Again, please let me know any I should add, because I want to try and get even more in there by the time I pick the first one out. Okay, so let's go on to our second part of housekeeping today. Obviously, as you've seen recently, I've reviewed quite a lot of Hermes fragrances, Calvin Klein, Acqua di Parma. They've probably been the main ones. So I thought I'd just give them a little thank you today, just to say, you played a big part in my sort of fitness journey this year, which seems crazy to say. But obviously, this channel was a fitness channel, and it's now turned into a bit of a fitness fragrance channel. So I'm just going to basically tell them thank you for your great fragrances. So the three I'm going to contact: Calvin Klein, Hermes, Acqua di Parma, and we'll just see if any of them get back. Okay, so you'll see it on the screen now. This is what I sent to Hermes. I think I've probably freaked them out. They probably think I'm just joking, but this is partly true. What I said: "Hi Hermes, apologies for the slightly bizarre message, but it's just a quick one to say thank you. This year I've taken part in 2 fundraising events. I did a 100k Ultra in May to raise money for a local charity that supports young adults with learning difficulties. I made a YouTube channel to share the journey with them. Besides the training, an unexpected highlight for it was that people were more interested to know what fragrance I was wearing. Hence why I'm starting to do more fragrance videos on the channel. I used to spray before my run, and Hermes was always the popular fragrance to distract my mind from the pain of training. I've since kept the channel to make fragrance videos from Dead Hermes to Rhubarb Echolart. I've loved them all, and they were an unexpected highlight in my training journey. I raised over £1,500 overall, which I'm incredibly proud of. Thanks again, Harry." And what did they say back to me? They said, generic ones, they said, "Bonjour, thank you for contacting Hermes. My name is Karina. For a better service to you, blah, blah, blah." And then they said, "Nice to meet you, Mr. Harry. I'm pleased to learn of your great achievements. Congratulations. Is there anything I may assist you with?" Just wanted to say thanks. That's it, really. Right, what did I say to Acqua di Parma? Okay, so this was on Instagram. So, "Dear Acqua di Parma, apologies for the slightly bizarre message." Bit of a copy and paste job. But it's just a quick one to say thank you. This year I've taken part in 2 fundraising events for charity. Did 100k Ultra in May for a charity that supports young adults with learning difficulties. I made the YouTube channel to share the journey with them. Besides the training, an unexpected highlight that people were more interested in which fragrance I was wearing. I used to spray before my run, and Acqua di Parma was always a popular choice. Whether it was Colonia Essenza, I mentioned the ones I really liked from them, Pure, or others from your Blue Mediterranean line, the scents definitely took my mind away from the struggles of long workout. I've kept the channel to make fragrance videos. Acqua di Parma certainly remains popular. In fact, I went to a job interview last week wearing Fico di Amalfi, and I was delighted to say the interview was a success. Keep making great scents. Acqua di Parma, I think it's going to be one of my favourite fragrance houses forever. So, yeah, I think they deserve that thank you, and Keep it up, Aqua de Palma. Right, what did I send to Calvin Klein? I'm waiting to hear back from Aqua de Palma if they actually reply. They're probably thinking this is like a hoax message. But anyway, what did I send to Calvin Klein? They're going to hopefully get back to me a bit sooner because I did it on WhatsApp. But I put hi there. Just a quick question. I wondered if you still sell Dark Obsession at all. I have so many people say how much they love this one. So I have had people message me on Facebook about this. And it's an amazing scent. Thank you. Can't seem to find it anymore. So yeah, I just wanted to see if they do. They don't actually sell Obsession in any form on their website, but of course it's still readily available. I don't know if they're missing a trick there or they just want to push their new scents, but I still like their Obsession line more than anything, to be honest with you. So yeah, be interested to see what they say. I think they'll probably say it's been discontinued, but who knows? Okay, and the last thing for my sort of fragrance housekeeping videos, I want to spread some joy with fragrances as well. I've talked about my sort of incentives jar, so it's that stuff to treat myself with. I've thanked other people, but I kind of want to give back a bit with it as well. So what I want to do in that sort of period, I always think the best thing you can do in anything is to give to other people. Now what I'm going to do is every like on this channel, whether that's for a short or a darts video or my fragrance videos, essentially that's going to be £1 I'm going to put in a pot. I'm going to put it to the side. So from today, any likes on the video is going to equate to £1. From now until Christmas, 104 days, I'm going to save that money essentially. So let's say I get 200 likes in 104 days on my videos. That's going to be £200. And then I'm going to use that to buy a fragrance related gift for someone or multiple people. I don't know who that's going to be yet. Maybe it's my brother because I keep stealing his fragrances. Mum, dad. Maybe it'll be a colleague at work. Maybe it'll just be, I don't know. It could be anyone, a grandparent, a friend, whatever. But that's what I'm going to do. So basically any likes I'm going to get from videos, it's going to be £1. I'll add them all up from this video so I remember which one it is. And yeah, eventually it'll be a gift for other people because I think fragrances can be an amazing gift. I love gifting myself them. I think the best thing in life sometimes is to give to others. And that's why I did my fundraising challenges this year. So yeah, that's going to be my final sort of thing of housekeeping today. So we've got the incentives jar. We thanked the companies that have provided me with these amazing fragrances. And we're going to gift back to someone else around Christmas time. So yeah, that is it for today. So yeah, please help me decide what I should do to earn something from my incentives jar. I'm going to give it a week before I make a decision. So if anyone doesn't have any ideas or whatever, I'll come up with something myself then within the next week. But what I want to do is I want to make sure I'm earning them rather than just spending for the sake of it and treating myself. Because let's be honest, fragrances aren't cheap, to be honest. And sometimes you just need to get through the ones you've got. Otherwise, they just sit there for ages. But I want to feel like if I buy one, it's a genuine treat for myself rather than just going all out for the sake of it. I think we can work with phrases, make phrases work for us. That's my whole point of my fitness challenges, to work for something. So yeah, any ideas you've got on what I could do to earn a ticket out of my incentives jar, that would be great. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed this one. So I hope this inspired you to maybe come up with some ideas. Now, so it's run up to Halloween, run up to Christmas. Can you sort of think of an idea that you could do to maybe, get a fragrance, treat yourself to a fragrance, or treat someone else to one, whether that's volunteering, a fitness challenge, whatever it is. Be creative, and I hope you can be creative for my ideas as well. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one today. Fitness fragrance video will be back tomorrow. The weather's not looking great, so we're going to do a bit of a face-off between two of my absolute favourites, and I hope you'll be there to watch it. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.